Hello and welcome, everyone. As always, you are all welcome to the aftermarket analysis session. This is the aftermarket analysis session for the Indian markets Nifty and Bank Nifty, where we look at what happened today after the market closed, where the buyers were interested, where the sellers were interested. And basically, we try to read the footprint properly. So if you are new, want to learn how to read footprints properly, want to learn how to read order flow, or even want to learn how to use GoCharting effectively, you can join this live webinar every evening at 5 p.m. You can find the link to this live webinar inside GoCharting's Discord community and Telegram community. If you are using GoCharting at that time, you will also find the link in the notifications at the top right corner. Here, just a few days ago, I shared my own analysis board on GoCharting. I have shared a dashboard. Where can you open this from? Just go to the front page of GoCharting, go to Products, and then Community Analysis. As soon as you click on this, it will open. Here, you can also share your own analysis. Plus, you can also see the analysis shared by others here. The special thing is that most of the analyses here are related to order flow, volume profile, and such topics. It's mostly about these things, okay? So, if you want to see, there are quite valuable feed analyses here. Here, almost everything is in complete in-depth detail. And the special thing is that if you start posting your analysis here, then among all those who post the best analysis, we will pick 3 people. And whoever comes in the top 3 by sharing the best analysis will get a 1-month GoCharting subscription absolutely free. Okay, you will get the entire subscription free. You will get full access to GoCharting, including US, Nifty, and Bank Nifty, absolutely free for 1 month. So go ahead and share your analysis here, okay? And you can also like, comment on, and even share other analysis from here, okay? Okay. So now let's look at today's Nifty. Before switching to order flow, let's quickly check the confirmation from the volume profile here to see what kind of confirmation the volume profile was giving. So, yesterday's market movement was quite bullish. It was like a complete rocket. During this entire bullish movement, multiple nodes of the volume profile were visible to us. First of all, there was this node. Opposition Jones was here too. We marked this. There was another node here as well. We marked this too. And even above yesterday's high, some nodes of the volume profile were formed. So, the movement was so big that we had to mark 3 nodes, okay, in case the lowest volume profile from yesterday had broken, then the same volume node from the sideways market of the past few days was here with us. Okay. So, this was the confirmation from the volume profiles. Now, let's look at the confirmation from the order flow to see what kind of confirmation the order flow gave us today. Before reading the order flow properly, before looking at the footprint, you all need a basic confirmation about what delta is. Because with the help of delta, we are going to read the footprints here. Now, what exactly is delta? In simple language, here we call the difference between buyers and sellers as delta. Since the movement was quite big, you all should have increased your tick size. Okay. Here I am increasing it like this. Okay, this one is absolutely perfect. Now, what exactly is this delta? Like, this is the first candle. The delta value of this candle is this, meaning it's around -100 nearly. 1 lakh. The value is around 1 lakh. Like, this is the first candle. Okay. These are the footprints of this candle. Buyer on the right side, seller on the left side. So how is delta formed? We add up the buyers on the right side. Whatever value comes from that. Suppose, let's say the value is 2 lakhs. All the buyers were 2 lakhs inside this candle. And then we add the sellers on the left side. Suppose its value comes out to be 3 lakhs. So what is more here? Sellers are more by how much? 1 lakh. So the same delta showed a value of 1 lakh. Now, since sellers are more, that's why it's in the red box and has a negative sign. We also call this negative delta. Now let's take this candle. What is the delta of this candle? Positive delta, and how much? Around 1 lakh. 11,000. Okay, this is the delta. Now, whichever candle's delta we look at, we can immediately tell who is more powerful in that candle, buyer or seller. Okay. Because, see, like we saw this candle, negative delta means sellers are more. Look at this candle. Even though the candle is red, the delta is positive. So boss, there hasn't really been much selling inside the candle. Okay. So right now, you are seeing two types of delta. Now let's talk about both the negative and the positive. Like this one is just 6,000, just 150, just 3,000, just 20,000 and just 6,000. It means these are the candles whose delta is very low. And then there are some candles like this one. Look, with a delta of around 1 lakh or around 50,000 to 80,000. The simple point is this. The candles that have a heavy delta, those are the candles where there is heavy buying and selling. And those are the candles that have the potential to clearly indicate the market direction, and it is within those candles that most of the buying and selling happens. So, it will be beneficial for us to properly read the footprint of those candles, which have a heavy delta, and observe what exactly is happening there. Now, how will we read the footprint using delta? If I can make this even smaller. This one is perfect. Okay. This is the first candle. In the first candle, who is more dominant? Buyers or sellers? There are more sellers and heavy sellers. There are more heavy sellers. So, when there are mostly sellers, there isn't much benefit in reading the buyer's side. We focus on the seller's side and specifically look at the area where there are the most sellers. This spot here has the most. Because look, boss, if we go to the seller's side, just see at which point the maximum selling is happening. You can clearly see there's selling of 1 lakh, 70,000, and then there's this point where 80,000 and 50,000 have been sold. But still, this point is more powerful. Okay. Next candle. There's heavy, solid selling in the next candle as well. This is the seller's zone. Again, in the next candle, there's heavy, solid selling. Here's the seller's zone, and in the candle after that, there's the highest selling. This is the selling zone. So, what can we do here, boss? So, what was the simple thing that happened here in the first 20 minutes? Aggressive sellers came in from here, started selling continuously, and moved the price down to this point. From 25,000, it has come down to almost around 750, a downside movement of 250 points just as the market opened. No problem at all, which was the first point, the most significant one, where aggressive sellers entered. This point. Okay, so it's better if the pullback also happens here. If there is a pullback anywhere here, then we wait for the pullback and see where the market holds. Okay. What happened here? As soon as this candle closed, there was a sharp movement on the upside, and where did it get stuck? Right where the first selling had started. The selling started from the first candle. It was a solid pullback. The buyers tried a lot, but the very next candle confirmed. that all the buying activity that happened inside this candle was completely absorbed because the next candle broke all the buying zones of this candle. There was a proper pullback. Again, a downside move. After taking a pullback from here, it made a move up to this point. Even if we look at something here, at least a 1:2 ratio is quite good. Okay. Inside this candle, there was a very good buying absorption, which confirmed that another resistance could be building up somewhere. The same buying absorption zone acted as another resistance. Another pullback came here. Even this time there were quite a few good buyers, but still, just look at today's volume. 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh, around 1 lakh, 2.5 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, again, then 80,000. So a volume of 50 to 60,000 is very low, very low. And again, it got stuck at the same place where the buying absorption had happened. Two candles held properly, inside which there was no buying activity at all. And we saw another downside movement. Again, it came back to the same level on the pullback. This time again, we saw another instance of buying absorption. Look at this. Around 1 lakh buyers, and the very next candle gave confirmation that yes, all the buying activity that happened inside this candle was completely absorbed. It was stuck at the same place again. There were quite solid pullbacks here as well. After that, there was a decent move. Once this pullback was complete, there was a good downside movement. And when can we say that the pullbacks above this zone are complete? We can say that it came on the pullback at that time. There was heavy buying. Heavy buying. It wasn't that heavy, but there was buying. Look here, there is no such buying activity here. This was the selling zone, and this was the zone of buying absorption. Here, it is even clearer that selling happened here. There was a buying absorption here. There was buying absorption here as well. Here too, there was solid buying absorption. Here too, there was some like buying. And now this. Finally, this zone is holding without any buying interest. So here, there was a very good, solid confirmation. Order flow indicated that now the buyers have completely left. And what does buying absorption mean? It means that the limit sellers are quite strong here. Whoever is buying, all the limit sellers are absorbing them, right there. Here, who is a limit seller? The one who places a limit, order and sells. And who is an aggressive buyer? The one who buys and wants to take the market upwards. So if the aggressive buyer is buying and the market is still not able to go up, it means that the seller's position is getting built up here. Here, aggressive sellers came, limit sellers came in defense, and it was held. Well, pull back. Now look at this zone. This time no buyer even attempted anything here. No buyer is interested at all. See here, delta is almost negative delta. Now look here, one buying attempt, second, third, fourth. And when this was held properly without any buying interest, then the market gave a solid downside movement. There was quite good confirmation even in this downside movement. Again, we had selling of 1 lakh. This was the highest selling zone. Selling of 78k, selling of 45k. See here, again, there was selling. But this time, this selling did not break to the downside. And the market, in a way, faced a support as well. Same way, the market gave its movement here as well. This was today's quick analysis of Nifty. What all happened and how. In the first 20 minutes, there was continuous heavy selling, which was the zone where the heaviest selling started. This was that zone. It happened in these candles as well. But during the pullback, where did the market get stuck? Right here, where the selling had started for the first time, there was quite a solid buying attempt. There was a strong pullback here. But the next candle made it clear that all the buying activity of this candle got absorbed. Again, there were pullbacks in the same zone, quite significant pullbacks with buying. But when there was a pullback and buyers were not interested at all. After that, we saw a solid downside movement. Okay, so this was today's Nifty. If you are comfortable trading with buying absorption and can read it well, then these can also turn out to be very good selling zones for you. Otherwise, for even better and solid confirmation, look for those zones where there is significant activity. Okay, this was today's Nifty. Now, whatever questions you all have, you can ask them.